Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Ocean Biome Challenge. I hope that you guys have had a fantastic week, and today we are going to start by planning out our base, our more permanent little home, to replace that thing there, that little hut there, which I think will turn into a farming hut style something or other, and we'll get into whatever we need to get into from last week and carrying it over this week. Wow, that was hard to say. Alrighty guys, let's get into it. And I broke the sand, girl. Boop, boop. Okay, so I want this to be quite large, and I've just been thinking about the pallet and what blocks we should be using. I am not 100% sure yet on this pallet, but I do know that I want to extend this path. Probably like 3 wide would be better. Like that. So that it's more of a proper path instead of just this little line in the sand. Alrighty, so if we look at the space, actually let me just do the whole path and then we can take it from there so we can see how much space we've actually got to work with and then go from there. Okay guys, so I've made a 3 wide path all the way around so we can just see visually what space we have to work with here. So it's not that big, it's alright. I'm thinking we should incorporate this little waterfall with this bit of a like a lagoon, I guess, that I left here, and we'll terraform this to look a little bit more natural, but incorporate that into like a garden sort of a setting perhaps. Alright, so let's see, if we come down here, perhaps make the entranceway about there. So let's plan this thing out, and then I'd like to take this house all the way to the end here, as close as we can get. Yeah, definitely. And perhaps just make this like that, like 3 spaces there, so we could maybe do a window there and then come in again about 3 spaces. So this will be a really small room. I need to actually make that a little bit bigger, like there. Otherwise the room will be too small to live in. Alright, and then we can come back out. Just 1 away from the path. There, yes. Alrighty, and then on this side, just take that all the way to the back, 1 away from the path. Okay, so that's going to be our basic layout, and I'm wanting to use these junglewood logs just because they've got that slight green tinge, and obviously being in the ocean or being near water, surely things will go quite green from the moisture in the air. So let's have a quick look, see what that's like. And then what I was thinking to do was maybe, now I don't know if I should have the dark prismarine at the bottom. Oh, what am I doing? That'll look terrible. Yuck. 1 back, thank you. Alright, so if we take this, perhaps 3 high, oops, and then perhaps do some, I don't want to repeat the stone bricks again on here, I don't think. What would that look like? Let's have a look. Actually, I think I want this to be one out. Oops, that's wrong. There we go. Like that. And then perhaps come over all the way like that. And then we can get rid of those bits. And that. Like that. See, I think this dark prismarine in this works reasonably well together. Although the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking that it doesn't. Maybe it would be better then to bring in some birch wood planks against that. Oh. Oops, there we go. And then perhaps do the dark prismarine at the top instead. So up here on the second story, because I'm definitely wanting to make this a 2-story building, so we can have some decent storage upstairs, or perhaps even a bedroom, or however we decide to work that out. Come on. Okay, so if that is the case like that, oops, what does that look like? Yeah, I definitely think that the dark prismarine should not be right up against this, but I do like it against that here, against the oak. That is quite lovely. Alrighty, so then we'll do, now, are we sure about the birch planks though? Maybe we should try oak planks instead, and see what that looks like. Where, I've just gone past everything. Oak planks. Let's try that there. Oopsie. Yeah, I think I like the oak more so than I like the birch, because it plays really well with the jungle wood logs and the strip jungle wood. Oh no, that's oak up there. Yeah, no, I really like this. I like that more than the birch. Alright, guys, let me fill in the walls and then I will come back to you guys in just a second. Okay guys, welcome back. So I've done the first layer at the bottom, and I've made really large windows, so there's a lot of viewing space from all over the house. So if you come in here, then you've got a nice big window. Oh wow, this sugar cane has grown really fast. I planted that there at the end of last episode after we got that sugar cane from that island, which was amazing. Anyway, so we've got the view that will be of the little farming hut and eventually some proper farms and grassland and so forth. There are a lot of squid there. Wow. And then of course coming out here you've got a stunning view of the nether portal, the moon rising, and eventually we'll have a spider spawner just there. And then just a little window over here for some extra light and character. And then this little doorway here, I will probably end up putting my bed in here, so that this is sort of like a little bit of a bedroom yeah, to get away from the monsters. Fantastic. So now the next step will be to actually start doing the top layer. So I've added this structure here, which I think is really good, and the dark prismarine and the junglewood logs together, it's really growing on me, and I think that adds a nice little contrast up there. I don't think that we should do the whole entire top level from this though, so I might start playing around with some dead coral blocks, because those have got some really interesting patterns and shapes to them. So dead horn, I don't want to use the bubble or the tube because they've got very, or that one, because they've got very sharp lines, I think. So perhaps we can try this horn coral and see what that looks like, just to give it another layer of interest in this build. This seems to have a slight like red or like an orangey pink tone to it in the grey. Let's see what that looks like. I think that could work. I definitely think that that can work. Alright guys, let me finish off this section up here and connect all these beautiful beams, and then I'll get back to you in just a second. Okay, hello peoples. Okay, so what I've done is completed this entire wall on this side. I really like this one. This is the dead horn coral, and they actually look like little flowers when they meet up together like that. It's really cute. So over on this side I have done a little bit of a, it reminds me of Tetris or something, little shape here, just to add another layer of interest. And if we bring that up as well, you can get a better idea of what that looks like. I think it's quite cool. It's not perfect because the space is not exactly perfect, but that's fine. And then on this side I just continued the birch logs all the way around like this, and then over here I don't know. See, if I break that, then it's going to have an awkward little line on that side, which is also another reason why I did that little shape on that side. So perhaps what we could do here as well is add that in like that, and perhaps stitch that over like that. Oops, get down, there we go. So, and then maybe one more over there. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better on that side, and this needs to change actually. Yeah, so maybe what we could do instead, I like the, it's like it's not enough now. Oh, hang on, we'll do a window. So if we do a window just there, then that looks rather perfect, and let's do that. Yes, okay. Fantastic. So I haven't added any windows at the top yet. I'm not going to do a big window over here by the green. I want that to remain a solid wall. And then for the roof, I have absolutely no idea what we're going to do there. But I was thinking for the floor, we could do stripped junglewood logs. So let's just see what that looks like. I don't know if I really like that texture, to tell you the truth. No, I don't like it. No. Let's see if the stripped because that's quite similar to the color of the sand, which is quite lovely. Yes, definitely like that a lot more, so let's add that in. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to quickly put in the floor, and once I've done that I'll bring you guys back for another little look. Okay guys, so the floor has been done. I really like these lines as the textures connect. It makes it feel quite, I don't know, like the floor might be a little bit scuffed, which is really cool. I'm just wondering if I do this, would that be something that would look good? So if I have the floor like that, or like that. I quite like both. I really like both. Why did I do that? Because now I cannot make up my mind. I think I'm just gonna leave the original and see if I feel like, you know, we need a little bit more character on the floor. I'll add that in and just swap them around so that they look like they've been weaved in together. And then we need to put in the floor / ceiling over here and finish up the roof. Now for the floor upstairs, I quite like the dark oak or spruce. Maybe I'll do spruce. Let's try both and see what that looks like. So if I do this for a floor, just that straight up, or this one, see, they're very different browns, and I honestly think that I like the dark oak more in this instance. This is quite a chocolatey brown, which is lovely. But I think I prefer the dark oak with the green dark prismarine block. Alright, so I'm going to finish this floor real quick, floor / ceiling. Okay guys, so I've done that, so now I'm thinking we should probably add a staircase. So perhaps to try and transition this as smoothly as possible, I'm thinking I should use dark oak steves. And which one is it now? Oh my goodness, I cannot see. Spruce is that one. Ugh. There we go. So if we actually, let's make a little bit of a landing first. Maybe 3. And then add the stairs. And do that. Da, 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 da. Actually, I was reading. No, you definitely can't do that, no. Or I just don't know how to do that, where you place down the stair to face a specific way without actually having to go behind the thing the whole time. That is not going to work. No. Because we're meeting up with a doorway there. So perhaps what we need to do is bring in some slabs. Where be the slabs at? Oh, just gone past them all, haven't I? dark oak. Okay. So now let's add a landing block here. Is that going to work? I don't think that that's a full space. Is it? Remove that and just maybe do that. Oh, no. No. That's not what I wanted to do. Upside down. Guys, maybe what I will do instead is add a water elevator. Because this is quite tricky. The space is just too small to compensate. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it there. Let's see. Maybe we can make this work. And then that can be like that. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. It is functional. That is something, at least. But now we've got this massive staircase taking up pretty much the entirety of our house, which is not what I want, because then we might as well just stay in the little next level dirt hut over there. Ugh, not ideal. So I think it would be fantastic to make use of the new water mechanics and do a nice up and down elevator, maybe do up there and down here, and add that in as a little bit of a water feature. I think that would be way better. So let's have a look at this from the outside. Again, yeah, that looks great. And then upstairs, this is the floor. I quite like that. And then it works really well as a ceiling as well. Alright, then I probably should get some torches in here before every mob known to man spawns in here. Oh. Boop. Alrighty, and upstairs. Torch spam. Okay. Fantastic. So all we need to do now is add in the glass, the doors, and the roof. So let me get a start on the glass, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as I've done all of the glass panes. I quite like just normal plain glass. I haven't really found glass that I really like that's stained, you know, for just a normal build. We can try the cyan stained glass and see what that looks like. Like, see here, it works really well because you can't see the glass when you're standing away from it. It just looks like you're gonna fall straight into the ocean, which you don't, which is great. Okay, so over here, no, see, I really don't like that. That's just yuck. Let's just get rid of all of that and add in just plain glass. And yes, I definitely like that a lot more. So let me get all of these windows in, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as I've done that. Okay guys, so I've done all of the windows. So I've made these awkward little windows in the upstairs section because I feel like this is supposed to be like a little bit of a loft conversion almost. So I'm definitely going to have the roof line come way down to almost look like it's going to cover these windows. So that's why the windows are directly onto the floor. And then over here it's really big and spacious So obviously it feels like time has passed and oops, we needed more space and we did a loft conversion. Yeah, so I think that's quite interesting. And then of course let us choose a door. I quite like spruce, to tell you the truth. So does spruce work with this, or shall we do the jungle wood doors instead? I think we should do jungle instead, but let's put them on the inside. Okay. Yes, that is quite lovely. Excellent. Okay, so I think this thing definitely needs a lot more work. So I'll be working on this off camera, and, you know, just add a few details here and there to sharpen it up, I guess is the right way to say that. Make it look a little bit more refined. Just to add some details. And I actually found a poppy the other day. Can you believe it? I was mining and I came across a cave, and on a random dirt block there was just one single poppy. I was so happy because obviously we haven't found any flowers or anything like that, because there's just no grass. Which reminds me, speaking of grass, let us go back into survival mode. Let me just get rid of all this stuff. And let's go game mode. Survival. And let's go to bed, just in case we have any phantoms or anything like that. And then I've chucked all my stuff in here. So this is the grass block that we found, well, that we paid for in the last episode. So what I want to do now, I don't have silk touch just yet. We don't have any phantoms there. I don't think so. Okay. Alrighty, so we need to try and think of a space where we can put this grass block down, surrounded by dirt. Oh, it didn't get any dirt. Thank you. Dirt. We've got heaps of dirt from our mining sessions. And so we need to place a whole heap of dirt down. Perhaps, see, once we replace this with path block, we'll basically be having some stuff here. But I don't know, I think I'd like to keep this a beach and just have sugarcane here and stuff like that. And then maybe over here, like moving this way and replacing all of this cobblestone as well with dirt blocks. Oh, I can hear a where is it? I can hear an Enderman like teleporting around. Anyway. And then let me just go and grab my pickaxe. What I'm thinking is to replace all of this is all my hard work that I did in survival that I am now officially undoing. Oops. Let's just put a sand block there. And obviously we're going to have some stuff pouring in through there just now. Right, so do I want to keep the grass on this level, or shall I? Yes, I think that should be fine. So what I'm going to do is change all of this over into dirt. Now that will be path block, so I won't do anything there for now. Alright, so I'm so nervous for some reason. I'm so scared that I lose this single grass block, so let's pop that down there. Oh man. Okay, so this will spread. Let's give it some torch action, a lot of light. Let's put another torch there. And yes, we're going to have some grass growing, guys, and hopefully the grass will make animals spawn. I'd especially like some chickens so I can make some pumpkin pie. Now, as we've been working over here, I've been hearing heaps of mobs drop, so I think my hunch is definitely correct in thinking that if we are going to be here, mobs will definitely spawn better. I mean, that was just 2 mobs in just a few seconds, so that's fantastic. I really think that that's the way to go. So as we live and work in this little house, we are definitely going to get mobs spawning in our spawner, and I don't like that. That line there is horrific, but I guess, yeah, once we put the water elevators in here in the corners, this will be removed and we can just put the floor in and we won't see that horribleness. Okay. Probably fence gates would be the best thing to use. Oh, I don't know. We'll leave that for another episode, guys. I will finish the house, definitely, and probably do all of this and change this over to dirt blocks so that the grass can just spread all over this area, and lower this farmland down 1 level, and that will be ready for next episode, and then together we can build the water elevators and then perhaps get a decent potion station set up. So we'll go back to the nether so we can get some blaze rods and hopefully some gas tears, and yes, we'll see what we can see. Alright guys, I really hope that you have had a fantastic week, or that you will have a fantastic week, and yes, I shall see you guys in the next episode next week. Bye!